And welcome to live chat. Okay, it may be a little confusing right now. It may be a little confusing because originally I was going to talk about the Met Gala looks because I found this article in Nylon that's really good and it has has so many different looks and these beautiful makeup looks, and my photos weren't loading right. And then then I saw Donna Lee, who comes all the time. And I totally agree with her. She's like, "Oh, we're talking about the Met Gala. I don't want to watch rich people going to prom." And I was like, I love seeing rich people go to prom. I really think the Met Gala is neat. I love seeing the way that people choose to dress and all of that. I think it's fun, but it's really not my expertise. It's really not something I know a lot about. And then when my photos weren't loading, I was like, you know what? I'm switching it up. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm backing out. I'm backing out. So if the thumbnail still shows all the Met Gala people or still has that title, apologize. We're not talking about that. We're going to talk about brand trips because there is a lot of controversy going on. I know about the Tarte brand trips. I've heard quite a bit of people talking about that on TikTok and different places, people talking about, controversy surrounding it and how you make it even, how you make it fair, how do you run a good, solid brand trip? And me having only been to one ever, and it wasn't even really a trip. I went to Florida for a launch party. That was pretty much it. It wasn't even really a brand trip. I don't really know a ton about this either. But if I were going to do a brand trip, from what I've seen from the outside, I definitely have thoughts about how things can be done better and all of that. And I'm just a step above, not above, but as far as knowledge goes, a step, barely more than people that don't make YouTube videos as far as my knowledge of it. But I thought it'd be a fun conversation and it excites me more than the Met Gala. So that's why we're talking about it. Let me move my mic. This mic is actually, Jabberwocky is out of commission, but I love him so much that I'm keeping him in the thing, even though my mic is actually up here, the one that actually functionally works right now. I was actually thinking about getting Jabberwocky a mustache because I think that would be really cool, since he has eyeballs now. But anyway, but yeah, so I was just feeling a little weird about the Met Gala talk, and I thought we would talk about brand trips. And excuse me, especially since I'm doing kind of it's not a brand trip, it's a creator trip. I'm leaving at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to go to Charleston for a big trip, but is not technically a brand trip. It's a creators and friends trip is what they're calling it. So I'm really excited about that. And I think they're doing some things that I think that bigger brands could learn from. And I want to talk to you about that. But before we do, there are going to be some amazing people involved in this conversation. And I want to introduce you to some of them because I've invited them into my home. And now I'd like to meet them if you've never met them before. People that are here live in the collective brain. If you are not here live, that's okay. You can also participate in the collective brain by putting your thoughts down in the comment section down below or just yelling them at your device, whatever you're listening to or watching. Feel free to participate that way. We won't be able to hear you, but at least you're still participating, even if you're the only person that can hear you. So let's just say hello real quick. Teresa, one of our fabulous moderators. Hello. I hope you are doing well, Teresa. I wore my Mad Marshmallow shirt that you made me to the market today. I get so many compliments on it. So thank you for making that for me. Every time I wear it, I think of you. So thank you, Teresa. And I saw Flory is here as well. Thank you, Flory, for being here and helping moderate so that we can have a nice, safe, happy place to chat. Even though, we knock on wherever there is some wood. I don't know, knock on the ColourPop eyeshadow. There's usually isn't a lot of drama. I feel like there used to be more drama in live chat than there is now. I don't know what's changed, but feel like we all do pretty well here, but it's really nice to have that safety net here of Teresa and Flory to make sure that everything is good. If the other moderators were able to make it, thank you all so much for being here as well. Kimberly, hello, good afternoon. I am having a beautiful weekend. The market was amazing. The weather was fantastic. So nice coming out of the cold winter months to have a beautiful day to, see lots of people. I saw one of my friends from high school today with her beautiful daughter. That was really nice. That was very cool. I haven't seen her in about 20 years. So it was great to see her. She's been through some hell and back in her life. So it was great to see her, smiling and thriving and doing well. Tracy, hello, hello. So good to see you. Happy Sunday. Francesca, hello. I hope you're doing well as well. Hello to Liz. And of course, hello to Donna Lee, who helped me to make the executive decision to change the topic of chat. I appreciate it because I was feeling it, but I wasn't sure. And then I read your comment and I'm like, nope, we're changing it. Amy, hello. Happy to have you here. Gabrielle, good to see you. She says it's lovely here in Southern Oregon, heading to the laundromat to wash blankets. Happy Sunday. Well, I hope that it goes super well, and I hope that they wash and dry quickly, and that no one takes your stuff out of the wash when you're not paying attention, because that is super annoying. Okay, Annette says, oh, okay, we're talking about the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and Annette said it's a fundraising event for the Met and Art Costume Institute. I know Anna Winter has introduced a level of celebrity to this now huge event, but it's far more than prom. It is more than prom, but it does kind of feel like it, you know. I mean, and you know, it's something I think Donna Lee had said that she kind of uses, that this was the full comment about I don't want to watch rich people going to prom. I think it's just, you call a big event prom sometimes. I don't know if it was meant literally. I don't think that she meant it literally, but all right. And just very quickly, hello to Daniel. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, my friend. All right, let's start talking about brand trips. So one of the things that I really, really appreciate about this particular trip that we're going on, I'm going to be bragging about this, by the way. I haven't gone yet, so I don't know what's going to happen when we get there, but just the way that it was organized by Samantha March and a woman named Simbre, who is mostly on Instagram. And I've met, obviously, both of them before. Samantha, I would consider a friend. Simbre, I haven't seen in years. I haven't seen her since, I think, 2019. But they did a fantastic job planning this. They started planning it in August. And one of the best things that they did was they have communicated so well throughout this whole thing. Anytime anything changed, anytime we needed to know something, they have communicated impeccably. And I feel like that's one of the things that Tarte is falling down on with their trips that they're planning. It seems like everything they plan, somebody realizes it isn't what they thought, or they feel like people aren't getting the information they need in order to understand why they're making the choices that they're making. And that's something that I really commend Samantha and Simbre on. They've done such a wonderful job with that, getting all of that organized. So that's definitely a big piece of it. I feel like that a lot of these brands don't do. Like with Tarte, you know, there's been like, we're staying in like a big, huge house in Charleston, and there's, I think, about 20 of us that are going, and they have all of us having room assignments, and they made sure that we all knew who we were staying with and we were all comfortable. You know, I'm staying with my friend Linda from Glitter Fallout. Linda and I have traveled together before. We've roomed together before. We know we get along. It's like the perfect pairing. And then there's one other room. So we're getting the bigger room. And then our friend Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day, she mostly does like tech stuff. She does like help with Instagram on how to do this, how to do that. Like, she's wonderful with social media. So we've hung out with Shelly multiple times. We've never stayed with Shelly, but Shelly's going to be in our little pod together. And it's perfect because we get along with Shelly wonderfully. And if they've done just as good a job with everybody else as they've done with us, like, amazing. They also sent us like the Airbnb listing for our little pod so we could see like what the space looked like. And, you know, I can see there's a coffee maker there because y'all know I'm going to need some coffee. I need coffee right now at 5:00 at night. I need coffee right now because I've been up since, doing the market all day and then all the stuff. But anyway, I know I'm going to need coffee. So the fact I know that there's a coffee maker and I didn't have to email anybody to find out, it's wonderful. Where with like the Tarte brand trip, there were some rooms that were bigger than others. Some of them had more features than others. It would have been nice if there was some way to communicate that. Like, hey, just so you know, we're staying in a house. So a lot of the rooms, they're all different sizes. So you may see a variance of who's in what room, and then be honest and transparent about how they picked who was going to be in what room. Just be honest about it. Have a system, have a reason, have a way, because there's going to be bigger rooms and there's going to be smaller rooms, and there's going to be people that are in the bigger rooms and people that are in the smaller rooms. And I think people will understand if you put the creators with millions and millions of followers in the bigger rooms. I think that makes sense. I can't imagine somebody I have almost 300,000 followers. If Alex Earl is there or, freaking Michaela is there, I expect them to be in the nicer room. Like, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just, I don't, but the problem was, it wasn't that it was the fact that they didn't communicate. That's the problem, because are trying, people are getting their feelings hurt because of different things, and they're saying, is it because of, was I put in this place in this smaller room, did I end up having to share a bathroom, was it because of whatever it is going on in my head? Is it because I made someone upset? Is it because of the color of my skin? Is it because I'm a smaller creator? What is the reason why feel like I got the worst room out of everybody? Like, it would have been nice if they had communicated that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that communication piece is so important. And if you are making a hierarchy of people, it needs to make sense to the people that are going. So that's just my opinion. And then that way there's no assumptions, there's no feelings, you know what I mean? Because there was the same thing that was happening with the Tart brand trip with the races. There's like a races thing, and there's 3 different days, and the owner came on and tried to explain, because one woman was upset because she wasn't going to actually see the main race. She was only going to see the practice race, so that she felt like some of her friends were seeing the real race, and she was only going to see the practice one. So why did they get to go see the real race and I only get to see the practice one? If they had just explained what the owner of Tart said about how they just explained that up front, I think that people would have understood and felt better about it, but they're not communicating effectively, you know? And everything should have a reason for being there. Not everybody's going to be happy all the time, but this is the thing. I have never been invited to a Tart brand trip. I've been doing this 11 years. 11 years. And I've never been invited on a brand trip, except for the one where I went down to Florida for a launch party. It wasn't even a brand trip, but they did pay for my hotel. I have to say, they did pay for my hotel and my flight there. So it was, in a way, a brand trip, sort of, kind of. But it wasn't like the things they're doing that Tart's doing. Never been to something like that. So to be a creator who's only been doing it for maybe a year, 2 years, like, yes, you've worked hard in those year or 2 years, but you're getting this amazing opportunity. You're getting this amazing opportunity where there's so many of us that have been in the space for so long that have never gotten to do those things. Never. And it's like, I don't know, it just makes me feel kind of weird. I have a feeling about that. I have an emotion about that. But before I tell you more about my my emotions, I want to see what you all are saying, because I'm so excited about this trip, and I'm excited to just talk about brand trips. And also, we can talk about like your questions about brand trips and things too, and like how, like, anything that I know the answer to, I will of course answer it. I don't know if I'll know all the answers. So I really didn't think brand trips were coming back. Where'd the one go? I saw a comment about brand. I lost it. Oh, Samantha Riley in the house. Samantha, have you ever been on a brand? Did you ever go to a brand trip? Your YouTube channel was doing incredibly well before you left us. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of us haven't. We've worked very, very hard, So, Makeup or Breakup blog. We used to love brand trips. Now it's a problem. It's problematic due to people realizing people are struggling, especially when the pandemic happened and everyone was forced to face some things about themselves. So we're saying that people liked brand trips until we realized that there were people that were struggling and that the money wasn't being used, like it was used inappropriately. People are struggling, and maybe they should have like cut costs on the price of the products instead of doing the brand trips. Am I getting that right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I see that perspective. I definitely see that perspective. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that brand trips, like when we were like actively all masking, and we didn't have a vaccine and all of that, like that would have been a bad idea. I would love for you to elaborate on that again. Yes, Donnelly, this is the one Angie's going on. Angie Newquist, we're going to get to hang out. I've hung out with her for short spurts of time once in 2019. When I met Angie Newquist, I cried. There's video evidence. My friend Linda did a vlog. I actually reposted it on my channel. And I blubbered like a baby when I met Angie. I was just so excited. That's what I do when I'm like fangirling and excited and happy to meet someone that I admire. I cry. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to cry this time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see whether I actually cry because I may. You never know. Sarah says, I would love to go on a brand or creator trip, and I'm almost tempted to try and be a creator for that. But then I remember I have two small kids and a full-time job. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely can be hard to get away. I mean, one of the things that's great about a lot of brand trips is that it's usually all paid for. Now, because this isn't technically a brand trip we're going on, they're paying for, well, this is funny. I don't know how much people have talked about this, but so originally, what they did was they put out a bunch of different locations. They said, here's a bunch of different places we could go. Pick your top 3. Whichever one gets the most votes, that's where we'll all go. It's like, cool. So there was like Cancun and like Costa Rica. I don't know if Cancun was on there. I know Costa Rica was on there. I know New Orleans was on there. There were so many different places, and this is the one that got the most votes. I will tell you that Charleston was not on my top 3, but I don't hate it, especially since it's a lot closer to me. I don't have to fly as far, and it's probably a lot less expensive. But we're all paying for our way to get there. We're all paying for our flights, our travel, and everything. We had originally put down a deposit for the place, and we paid for it. And then a brand, I don't know if I'm allowed to say what brand, but a brand ended up paying for it for the place. They were like, oh, we're going to refund your money because this brand is going to pay for your place. We're like, what? Are you serious right now? Like, oh my gosh. Like, so we all got our money back, but we didn't expect that when we signed up for this. We had no idea. We thought we were paying for everything. So now there's brands that are going to be paying for like dinners and lunches and stuff like that. And none of us thought that was going to happen. Like, we didn't think we were going to get any like PR or anything. We thought we were just going to go hang out. Like, do you want to come hang out with us? Yeah, we want to go hang out. Let's all go. Like, that's what we all thought it was going to be when we first signed up. And then we found out later that it was going to be like a brand trippy kind of thing. We're like, all right, cool. But there's no obligation to post anything. Like, they were very clear. So this is what I'm saying about communication. They were very clear that you do not have to work while you're on this trip. If you do not want to post, you do not have to post. That was not part of the original deal. And it's still not part of the deal. Like, you can post, but you don't have to, which I think is amazing. And I love that they communicated that. I love that. But yeah, so as far as I totally went way off topic, but the thing about becoming a creator to go on a brand trip, the percentage of people that get to go on these kinds of trips is very small. And I'm going to be 100% with you, Sarah. People my age, I don't know how old you are, don't get invited. We don't get to go. If you're like married with kids, you're probably too old to go on a brand trip. Like, look at all the people that go on the brand trip. There are very few people that are married with kids, at least that I've ever seen. Like, we're not going. Maybe that's just my jaded self, like just being like, no, we're not invited. We don't have, like, at least for me, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't have the beach bod. Like, I don't have the Instagram, well, I'm going to hold the Benefit blush by the beach in the freaking bikini and look super cute and create all this wonderful, ad stuff for them. Nope. Not to say that everybody's perfect, is like perfect that goes, this perfect isn't the right word, but this stereotypical advertiser, the way that they've had advertising for years, not to say that everybody is like that, but they don't typically invite people that are over a certain age, at least that I've seen. Maybe I've missed out. I don't know. I might have missed something. It's totally possible. All right, J-Day says, how about no brand trips? I just received a new product from Alpha as an Icon member. Give back to the customer and let the influencers go to launch parties. I love the idea of going to launch parties. I really do. I think that, brand trips have always been a thing, not just in the beauty space, but like dentists, like a lot of industries have things that are like promotional events where they fly out people that could promote their products to different locations. Like, it's always been a thing, not just in the beauty space. So it's part of their budget. It's part of their advertising budget. That's why they're doing it. And they're building a brand loyalty with these creators that have these big platforms. That's part of it too, because if you go someplace and you're treated really well and they spoil you and they pamper you and everybody from the brand is so nice, the logic is you're more likely to advertise for them. So it's not about, I don't think that it's necessarily about like, that's why they don't invest it in just the average customer, because it's not the return on investment. I don't think for the brand is as high. You may create a little bit more brand loyalty in an individual customer, but when you create brand loyalty in somebody that has a reach where they can reach thousands, if not millions of people, the investment is more. Do you see what I'm saying? So from a brand perspective, even though I love your idea more, in a business world, it's for them, it's probably in their best interest to invest in the creator that's going to share their products and give them essentially free advertising after the trip. You know what I'm saying? But I totally get what you're saying. And like, if we live in a world where kindness was the most important thing, I think that we would be in a better place, and you would be 100% in, where brands would go. I agree. So hopefully I phrase that okay, because I don't want to like make you think that I was saying anything like that I didn't agree with you, because I do agree with you. I think that would be better, but I think from a business perspective, it just doesn't make sense, unfortunately. But you probably know, yeah. Aw, Tamara says my only brand trip was driving 20 minutes to a Sigma happy hour in Minneapolis. That sounds like fun. I've never been to a Sigma happy hour. That sounds amazing. Even so, I was super excited and had a wonderful time meeting the Sigma team and other creators. That's awesome. That reminds me, I did do one other thing, that I was invited to the premiere of that makeover show. Not makeover show. It was like a makeup competition. It had Candy Johnson. I went to that in New York City. I think Makeup by Mario might have been involved. I can't remember. Yes, he was. I was invited to that. I took the train and then came back the same day. So that was kind of my Sigma driving 20 minutes, but I'd ride in a train for a few hours, but it was very cool. It was definitely cool. And it was fun meeting people. The people over at Sigma are fabulous. They really are. Anybody I've ever met that works at Sigma is amazing. But it's like one of those things like, are they just being nice to me so that I'll share their products? Who knows? I mean, they've always been nice to me. Annette, thank you so much for joining the Collective Brain Elite. I appreciate you. Thank you, Annette. I think there was another one too. Let me make sure I got it if I didn't. Let me scroll real quick. Okay. I think there was another one. I think I might be coming up on. I'm way, way behind. Maybe I should just scroll down a bit. There it is. Donna Lee, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. I appreciate you. Yay. Thank you for becoming a member of the Collective Brain Elite. You are awesome. Okay. Nicole says, Jen, who are you most looking forward to meeting for the first time? You know who I've recently started watching videos of, and I know that I'm so late. I'm so late, but y'all were telling me how amazing Hannah Louise Poston is. You were not wrong. You were not wrong. I'm really looking forward to meeting her. I'm brand new to her content. Very looking forward to meeting her. Kelsey Brianna J is supposed to be there. I've fangirled over her for so long. So I'm really excited about that. I forget who else. Tina from the Fancy Face I've never met. But she's going to be there. I'm very excited about that. I've never met her in person, but I've talked to her a lot. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun. But there are going to be so many amazing people there. Should I give you the list? Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't give you the list, because I don't know if but those are some of the people. I probably shouldn't give like the whole list. I'm not trying to, I don't know how much I'm supposed to say, not supposed to. They didn't say I couldn't say. Like there was a while where we weren't really supposed to talk about it, and then they gave us the go ahead to talk about it, but like maybe I shouldn't say. Yeah. Leah says, I'm sure event planners have a YouTube, so educate yourself, brands. I know, right? Like you think that they would hire like a professional event planner that would but maybe they're not used to doing brand trips. I don't know. I don't understand why the communication is just so poor. Sarah says, if you got invited, would you go? I feel like it's getting to be controversial now if you go. It would depend on where it was and who it was with. If it was a brand that I really liked and if there were going to be people there that I don't know. I probably would. I don't see why I wouldn't go. Unless it was a brand that I just was like, absolutely not. Like, cause there's like if Morphe invited me on a brand trip, I would say thank you, but thank you. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Morphe asked me to go on a brand trip? I would die. I would die. I would say no, and then I would say, y'all, you won't believe what just happened. So I mean, I think I would go. Why not? Like, and I'm Marlena and I have been chatting quite a bit lately. And you know how Marlena Stella is moving into her IDGAF stage of her life? I'm starting to move that way as well. I am so tired of caring. I'm so tired of caring what other people think. I've been like that my whole life. I'm so tired. It's like, you know what? If you wanna, have like take me on a trip to wherever, as long as it seems like a good place to go and it's a legit vacation spot and it's not creepy or anything. Like, if people have a problem with it, I'm sorry, that's your problem. I'm going. like like a lot of people talk, but if they got invited they would have gone too, so yeah. Yeah, Jay says it's okay to complain about free trips now. I think that it was just that their feelings were hurt, that they felt like they were being treated differently, which I totally get. I totally get. And that's why I feel like brands really need to communicate when they're making choices where there's going to be any kind of inequity. Like, you have to explain it. Like, they have literally, like, for this trip, they had given us an itinerary, like, where they're like, these you don't have to participate in anything. Like, if you want to opt out of anything, you totally can. Like, if you don't want to do the thing, like, you can just opt out and say, I'm not going. They just want to know ahead of time. So if like dinner reservation, like they just want to know ahead of time so they know, how many people are going to dinner reservation, whatever. But like, they've given us an itinerary of all the things that they have scheduled for us. And they've given us the suggested dress, whether it's casual dressy, or dressy. Like, how nice is that to like know that ahead of time so we can properly pack? Do brands do that all the time? I would doubt it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Dark Angel says the room debate is an obvious thing. First, hotels have all different size rooms, and this was a house. It wasn't even a hotel, so the house is going to have different size rooms. People are so overly sensitive. Who cares about the room? Be thankful you were even chosen. I think it was just they felt like they were targeted for not getting the same thing as other people. And then there was another thing where some people got to stay longer and they didn't really understand why they had a ticket home earlier and other people got to stay longer. Like, I think that's weird. I don't think it's a problem inherently, but the communication needs to be there. Like, if they don't want to have these issues, they just need to communicate. But yes, I agree. And all the people were like, I'm thankful I got to go or whatever, but it was like, I don't know, it just made them feel icky. Oh, so Heidi says these brand trips make me not want to purchase from the brands. And I'm so curious why you feel that way. Like, what is it about it? Is it like the lavish luxury stuff where you're paying for product and, I don't know if I have this right. So if I have it wrong, Heidi, let me know. But it's like you're paying, X amount of dollars. I'm paying $50 for a Tarte palette, but yet you're taking all these creators, all these different places when you could just knock down the price on the products. Or give back to, like, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, which I think J Days had talked about, like give back to the customer instead. Like, is that what it is? Does it feel just like too much? Or is it like the ungratefulness of people, like that they're inviting, like they should maybe invite other people or what? I'm so curious. Makeup or breakup blog says these people were picked for their numbers of followers and they worked hard to get those numbers. So I don't know why there's haterade going on. Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. Sandra, man, I would just be delighted to be invited to Tropical Island, all expenses paid, loads of free stuff from various brands. And all I have to do is promote the goods on social media. I know, right? Like, what an amazing deal. What an amazing opportunity. And it's like 11 years I've been doing this. And it's not like I have a tiny channel, like, but I've resigned myself to not getting invited to these things. Like, it's totally fine. Like, I'm over it. I've been over it. Like, I got over it in like 2018. I got over it a long, long time ago. But I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice, but this is the thing, and I was talking about this on Twitter earlier because there was a thing posted that Roberto Blake, if you do not follow him, he's freaking amazing. If you are a creator of any kind, he talks about social media and especially YouTube and gives advice and tips on how to grow platforms. He's got a book. He's freaking amazing. So he reposted this it was like a study that was done, and I don't want to misquote the study, but in general, they were talking about how different things aren't as important to people as they used to be. So they compared, I think it was 1998 to 2018, maybe, to 2023. I think that was the 3 years. And it showed that all of these different things where people found them to be very important dropped. So things like politics and religion and not politics, patriotism, religion. What else was on there? Having children. And the only thing that went up was money. And then they were saying that there was a statistic, and this is where it comes back to what Sandra was saying, that about working hard, that people don't value hard work as much anymore. It's not as important. And I think that, like, that's the thing is it doesn't matter how, like, people work so hard. There are people that work so hard, way harder than I do, way harder than I do, and make a fraction of what I make making videos on YouTube and going on trips like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, people work so hard, and they don't make the money equal to how hard they work. So it's not, I don't think it's about hard work anymore. It's about finding work that pays the amount that you want to be paid so that you can have the life that you want to have. And it was like this thing that I feel like I was told that, you work hard and then you make the money. But it's like they don't tell you that you working hard, it does not always equate how much money you make. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. So it's like, I feel like there are people that work very hard, that deserve to do things like this, that don't get the opportunity to do these things. And it's just, there's so many inequities I could talk forever about the inequities. It's not okay. But I don't see it changing. I don't see how it would ever change. And that's the way society's always been. It's always been like that. It's just the way that it is. Lindsay, I may be weird, but I would absolutely die if I went on a brand trip. I'm so socially awkward that I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I've talked to Audra about that. Audra feels the same way about themselves. We talked about if they ever did like an Ipsy live again. Audra was like, nope, absolutely not. I'm never going. Nope, not going to happen. Nope, never going. Too many people. Nope, you're not the only one. And what's funny is I have so much more awareness than I used to. When I went to the Ipsy live events, I would see the people that were sitting by themselves, and I would go over and talk to them. I don't think I would do that now, because now because I was sitting there thinking, well, these people must feel lonely and they might want somebody to talk to. And I was trying to be nice, but I didn't necessarily realize or was aware that there were people that just didn't want to talk to people. So these poor people I probably harassed at these events, like thinking that they wanted to talk to somebody. And I just walked up to them randomly and probably gave them so much anxiety. The things I have learned in the past 5 years about people that are not me. So yeah, I mean, you were definitely not alone, Lindsay. I'm sure there are so many people. Okay, Samantha, you never went on any either. Okay. I think that's what you're saying, is you didn't go on any of the brand trips. Gotcha. Annette says, I'm sure this hierarchy idea on brand trips proliferates a level of snobbery and henpecking that's toxic to the community in the long run. I think you're 100% right. Absolutely. So then what could they do? Could they do a lottery? Could they make a video and pull names out of a hat? And say this person's getting this room, this person's getting this room. But can you imagine if some of these big TikTok people ended up, Meredith Duxbury ends up in the room with the little tiny room? She would probably die. I don't know her personally, but you know what I'm saying? But you're absolutely right. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if these people are snobby. I've never met any of them, but I would imagine at least some of them are. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but I would imagine at least some of them feel that hierarchy and would be snobby. I mean, just based on some of the events that I went to, I definitely saw snobbery at some of the events that I went to back in the day. There are some people that are just not friendly or approachable, or they definitely had that air. And it's the people you would imagine had that don't talk to me, I'm a celebrity attitude. So I would imagine it's still going on. I would imagine. But you're right. I think that might encourage that, but how are you going to avoid it? Like, what's the alternative? It would just be like pick names out of a hat, I guess. I don't know. Yes, Margot, my trip is definitely with a nice group of unproblematic influencers. I mean, I think we're all problematic to an extent. I think every single human being is problematic to an extent. None of us are perfect. I'm sure that there's people, nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to be loved by everybody, but I think they did a fantastic job picking people. There are definitely people that I wish were going that are not going. That I'm like, oh man, if I were planning this, I would invite this person, this person, this person, this person. They can't invite everybody, but there's definitely people that I feel like are missing that I wish were going. So, all right, let's take a quick break because we need to talk about what's on my face, which isn't a lot. It's been on my face. Excuse me. It's been on my face since 7 this morning. And all I have on my eyes today is the Sigma Ambiance palette, which was sent in PR. I rediscovered this the other day. I pulled it out and I was like, oh, this is actually a fabulous palette. And I'm very much enjoying it. It's, you get what you get with this. It's very self-explanatory. There isn't complexity. There's no thoughts. It's just easy. It's easy to work with. It's easy to use. You know what it is. It's so easy. It's so easy. So I've been using this past couple of days. That's what's on my eyes today. My eyeliner, I actually use the ColourPop blue eyeliner, which you can't even really tell that it's blue. It looks black. Why is my phone doing that? What in the world? Asking if my son's friend is over here. No, my husband's on the text though, so he'll probably text back. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that's on my face. Everything else is gone. Nothing else is on my face anymore. I did have blush at one point. I did have lip product at one point, but everything else is gone. And that's what's on my face. It's very easy today. I wanted to click this one. The Mommer says maybe some of the smaller influencers don't understand how these trips work. Maybe. I mean, a lot of them are newer to the space. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I saw another member. I just want to shout out to Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for becoming a member. You are awesome. Thank you. Let me scroll all the way down because I am way, 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 way behind. Yeah. Donnelly says, I think they should actually plan the trip, like take time to plan a couple months, not 2 to 3 business days. Yeah. Well, this one, like I said, they've been planning this since freaking August. My gosh. Since August. It's been forever. Sandra says, back in the day, didn't they used to ask how many subscribers do you have first? Not hi, how are you? Oh yeah, that happened all the time. Well, okay, that happened to me once. I can't remember the person's name that asked me that, but I was at the event where it was at Teresa Romer's house in Texas. There was a big party for something. I can't remember, but Nick Snyder was there, Patty Page, Rich Lux. I met Nady from Pop Lux. All those people, they were the stars. Okay. And then I was there just like hanging out or whatever. And I met this guy and that was like his first question. He was young though. I want to say he was like 18 or 19. And he was like, so how many followers? I introduced myself. He introduced himself. He's like, so how many followers do you have? And I'm like, child. I told him and he was like, oh. It was just kind of funny. But yes, that's a thing. That's definitely a thing. I think it's with younger people mostly too, though. Tara, this is an excellent point. In every job, there are snobs and nice people. And every job that I've ever had has been like that. Every job. Ivana says Ivania. Did I get it right? We need drama to talk about. I know. It's like I've talked to this with a lot of my friends. It's like, I love talking about the drama. I just don't want to be the drama. Like, I will be absolutely heartbroken if there's any drama on this trip. I really hope there is nothing, no drama. I hope everybody gets along swimmingly, but we're getting 20 women in a house together from Monday to Thursday. And I'm really hoping we all get along super well. We'll have to see. I mean, but there's really good people coming. So I think it's going to be good. I think we're going to be fine, and we're all mature people. You know, I was talking to Angie about that. I was like, what if people don't get along and they start arguing? It's like, she's like, we're all adults, Jen. It's going to be okay. Angie's trying to make me feel better. Because I was like, I don't want there to be fighting. I don't want there to be drama. Like, it's fine if drama happens on other people's trips, just not on mine. So, yeah. Aw. Susie B says, I think as an anxious person, I would appreciate being talked to if I'm alone at a social event. Just talking for me, though. Well, that's good. Maybe I didn't upset the people that I talked to. But now looking back, that probably wasn't the best choice, because I don't want to like just walk up to somebody that maybe doesn't want to talk to anybody, you know? Yeah, Julie, I think we're all going to get along really well too. I mean, it's an amazing group of people. I'm trying to think who else talked about it publicly. But but yeah. Yeah, E. Smelter says 20 women in one house, have your therapist on speed dial. I know, that's what I'm freaking out about. But we're all in our different little pods. Like, we have different sections of the house. Like our place, the place that Linda and Shelly and I are staying, we have our own like little kitchen area. We have our own bathroom between the three of us. Like, it's like a little pod. It's really cool. It's like super cool. Yeah, Leah says hierarchy is fine as long as it's based on things like wisdom or skill, not followers. See, this is the issue though, Leah, and see if you see this as an issue. Then that's subjective. Like, can you imagine if people were like, Jen, you are going to get the crappy room and Angie is going to get the amazing room because Angie is just so much more talented than you, which would be true. But like, that would make me feel horrible. Like, I would much rather be on something concrete like follower numbers than, even if I'm the lowest of the low of the bottom, I'd rather be based on something concrete like follower numbers than something that someone just decided that, well, you know what? That person's just so much smarter than you, so they're gonna get a better room. It's like, no. I would much rather be on something concrete. That's just me though. I think I would freak out. Like, that would make me so sad. Oh, just, and then who would be in the worst room? It's like, you're in the worst room because you're the stupidest or you're the worst artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of icky. I don't know. Maybe that's not what you meant. I don't know, but yeah, that's a good point. Lilith says the point of going on a group trip is to talk to the people. If someone doesn't want you to talk to them, they should stay home. Yeah. And I think with these events, with the IPSY events, it wasn't like you went your own way and there was like creator events and things. And I guess if you're going to like the party, you would expect people to chat with you or whatever if you're going to like a party. That's a good point. I don't feel as bad now because now a couple people have said that um that they wouldn't feel bad if I went up to them. Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better. So thank you for that, for making me feel better. Yissel says, I feel like this like that's the beauty of being a content creator. You can control how social you want to be because you can always excuse yourself and go film content and everyone understands. That's a really good point. That's a really, really good point. I love that. Wygo Warrior says, how many bathrooms in the house? 20 women means more bathrooms needed. I have no idea. I'm not sure how many bathrooms are in the whole house. I know the three of us are sharing one though. So I would imagine at least 7, right? There's a big house supposedly, but you'll see all the videos. I'm sure everybody's going to be Instagram. You'll see all the videos. You'll see all the things. You'll see all the people there. We're literally all getting there tomorrow. So everything is going to be out there tomorrow. Yes. How wonderful would that be, Lindsay? There should be an introvert code for social events, like ASL sign that can be given if they're okay with being approached. Yeah. Like a name tag or like a bracelet that you wear. Like, there's like coded bracelets that you wear that like show, like if it's a certain color, that means like if it's like a red bracelet, it's like, please don't talk to me. Like, wouldn't that be nice? So I would appreciate that. Like, almost like when you go to the Brazilian steakhouses and red means leave me alone and green means bring me more meat. But it would be for like talking to people. Red bracelet means don't talk to me. Green bracelet means it's okay to talk to me. In an alternate universe. In an alternate universe. That says, do not approach the bracelet. I know, right? Yeah, Kara, I'm excited for all the content too. I'm so excited. I have not done anything like this since 2019, since Linda and I went to Gen Beauty. Since Gen Beauty, because I was supposed to go. Samantha March was having a launch party for her collaboration with Oprah down in, did I tell you the story before? Down in Florida. And I had booked my flight. She's having a big launch party. Oprah was doing all the hosting and they had bought all the stuff for it and everything was great. And it was for Samantha's birthday. Her birthday's in March. So March of 2020 was when it was supposed to be. And the weekend before, the weekend before Samantha's party was when everything started to shut down, and it was like when the grocery stores were emptying. So it was like Tuesday. I was like, Sam, I can't go. I was like, I can't go. It's freaking me out, man. I can't go. And she's like, I understand. And then like 2 days later, they canceled the trip completely. But if she had had her launch party literally the weekend before, we all would have gone. But it was just the wrong weekend. So that was the last trip that I had scheduled to go on that I didn't go and haven't been on one since, as far as like influencery stuff. So I'm really, really excited to go. Yeah, this is really weird, Donnelly. This is so weird. I agree with you on this. Also, them not even promoting the products from the brand on the brand trip, but they still get invited. I think that's weird. Okay, so for this trip, we didn't know brands were coming when we signed up. So that I get, like not requiring us to post about the brands because we didn't sign up for that. Like that was not on the list of things. But if you are going with a brand on a trip to promote a particular product, you should at least post an IG story. It literally takes, 2 minutes to go and like, look at this product, look at me. And it's like, what? You're not going to post about it at all? At all? Like, blows my mind. I don't know how that works. Like, I don't get it. I guess they get that brand loyalty from them though, maybe. I don't know. Oh, hi, Audra. Audra says, not that I would ever be invited, but I can't hide my dislike for someone because my face needs deliverance. So I would just stay home. Oh my gosh. I would love to go to an event with you, Audra. I would protect you from everything. I would be your bodyguard. I can be your bodyguard. No, that's not how it goes. Is that how it goes? I can be your I can't sing. Ding, 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 ding. That song. Would you be Betty or would you be Al? I don't know. But I would love, oh my gosh, Audra, I would die. If we ever got to go somewhere together, I would die. I would love that so much. That'd be amazing. Yes, Tara says, Jen, definitely don't forget to travel light up mirror in case the bathroom situation is bad. That is a really good point, Tara. That is so smart. We have to be, okay, so they already told us that they're going to be sending us home with a big bag of stuff. So I have my plan of how I'm going to pack. So mostly I'm bringing a small duffel bag and putting it in my suitcase to fill with clothes to carry it on the plane, and then putting all the makeup stuff in the bag. So that, because the whole liquid thing. So I'm packing light anyway. I thought you were saying packing light. That's why I started thinking that direction. Sorry, lack of sleep. But a travel light up mirror, I don't know if that will fit. I think I have like a little mini ring light that you can like clip to your phone that's supposed to like help you take selfies in your phone. But I don't know where it is. I lose everything. Yeah, Julie says, I agree. I have a resting bitch face. But you know what, Audra? I think people would love you, so nobody would. I don't think anybody would. Yeah, I think you'd be fine. That's my opinion. There you go. I did say it right, Janessa. You could be my bodyguard. I could be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty, and you can call me Al. Thank you so much. I couldn't get it. It wasn't computing. It wasn't working right. Misty says, I'm an introvert, but I'm also very outgoing and friendly. So it's a coin flip on how I would act. And I'm neurodivergent, so I'm making it weird either way. See, this is me, is I'm an extrovert, but I also need like my me time, but I'm mostly an extrovert, but also neurodivergent. So when I speak to people, sometimes dumb stuff comes out of my mouth. And then I had foot and mouth disease for like, not the real one, but like putting my foot in my mouth so much. Like I still do it every once in a while, but it's not as bad as it used to be. I've gotten better at it because of the not understanding social cues. Like I lack that ability in so many ways to like, you have to explicitly teach me social skills. Like I don't just get things. I have to be taught. Like things that are obvious to other people socially are just not obvious to me. They're just not. I have to go through the fire to learn in order to figure things out. And people are like, why didn't you know that? Like, that's obvious. And it's like, because my brain did not know. And I understand it was obvious to you, but it was not obvious to me because I've never been in that situation until I'm in that situation. So I have like some social anxiety from that, but being extroverted clashes with that because I always want to be like the life of the party and around people and talking and chatting and all of that. So that's kind of how I'm the same and different from you, even though like, you know, we're kind of similar, but also kind of different. Thank you all helping me with the lyrics to that song. I appreciate you. Oh, you guys are awesome. And I'm singing that song in my head. I know once it gets in there, it won't come out. Don't make me go do, 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 do. Sorry. That was mean. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. What did Donna Lee say? Oh, Audra says, I literally duck in real life if I see someone and I don't want to talk in public, as you should. As you said. Yes. Oh, you guys are just chatting back and forth. Gotcha. You know, Angie, I thought about bringing marshmallows. I have some that are going to be out of date by the time I get back. So I was thinking about bringing those, but then I was like, that's kind of rude. And I don't have enough. I have a market that weekend after, so I don't have enough to like, I have to make a lot when I get home, so I probably won't. Because I don't want to bring them the ones that are like, we're 50% off today. That would be mean. You know? But I thought about it, and actually somebody suggested that to me, that I bring the ones that were 50% off today on the trip, but I think that would be weird. I don't want people to taste marshmallows that are, you know, almost at their best by date. I'd rather than taste fresh ones if they're going to taste them. And I don't have enough fresh ones to bring. So, but yeah. Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should take some. Maybe I'll just take one box. Donnelly says, intro extrovert because I'm nice, but also an a-hole with chronic RBF. So people are afraid to approach me, and I'm thinking my face is relaxed. Oh my gosh, too funny, too funny. Brenda Lee says, still catching up, but I have one of those little clip-on ring lights from Five Below. I'm surprised at how much difference it makes. It makes a huge difference. And if I had time to go to Five Below, I would. But I'm out of time. I haven't even packed yet. Brenda Lee, I haven't even packed yet. I've packed 0 things. 0 things for the trip. I'm leaving literally at 4:30 tomorrow morning. And I've packed 0 things. I know what I'm packing, though. Like, I've got it planned out in my brain. I just haven't actually put it away yet. I've been planning my outfits for this. Y'all, I've been planning my outfits for this for 2 months. I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to wear because these people, Hannah Louise freaking Poston. I have to be in photos with this woman. She dresses like incredible, impeccable, like amazing. How am I going to be photographed with this woman? I have to I have to put an effort in. I bought dresses. Like, will you believe? I never wear dresses. I bought dresses and shoes and bags because I'm trying to not look like the mom. Because if I go looking like this is, I mean, I'm still going to be me, but I felt like I needed to like not stand out. I just don't want to stand out as being the frumpy one. Because I totally could be very, very easily stand out as the frumpy one. So I bought dresses. There will be pictures. And hopefully I did okay. So we'll see. But overall, we only have about 6 minutes left. My whole point of this was to just say that I feel like big brands, when they do trips, even if it seems awkward and weird, I feel like communication is the most important thing. So if you like squash it in the beginning, like communicate in the beginning everything that's going to happen, communicate why things are happening the way they are when appropriate, and just tell people what to expect. You know, if you want to have surprises, like things being in the room or whatever, as long as it's equal between everybody, I don't see why. And like you don't have to say anything about the surprises, but if something is going to be unequal in any way, or if people need to be prepared for something, just tell people, even if it seems a little awkward. Like that's just my big thing, which seems like that could save everything. That could save everything. I think all these problems that Tarte is having specifically. Yeah, I know, right? Audra says, meanwhile, I'll be chucking sweatpants and horror shirts in my bag. Like, that'll do. I know Linda's bringing a bunch of stuff like that. Linda's got some cute outfits, though. I'm really excited to see Linda wearing her outfits. So, oh my gosh. The mommer says, I still have anxiety for you because you haven't packed tickets. What am I forgetting? I always forget something. So what I do, this is my thing, is I have a checklist. Let me show you my checklist. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. So I have a checklist. Where is it? Last minute travel items. And I have all the things on my last minute travel items. And I go, before I start packing, I uncheck all of the things. So it's like, this is how long it's been. Purse, vaccine card. I don't think I'm going to need my vaccine. Do we even use vaccine cards anymore? Is that still a thing? Probably not in the South, especially. AirPods, laptop, charger for laptop. I'm not bringing those. Contact lens solution, phone charger, and like a charging brick, skincare, makeup, perfume, toothbrush, my Nira, razor, cream. Like I put all the things and I just uncheck all the things I know. And then I just go through. I've used this list so many times. Every time I know that there's like a necessity, like the vaccine cards, I added it to make sure that I had it. And that was for, when did I add that? Linda and I went to New York. Why did we go to New York? I can't remember. Was that for, no, we didn't have vaccine cards back then. That was the 2019. Maybe it was a trip with my mom. Anyway, I use this anytime I travel. So this really helps me to not forget anything because I always update it. And then I take things off. Like I have a seasick bracelet on here. I don't need a freaking seasick bracelet. I could probably delete that. But that really helps me not forget things. So Julie, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, makeup or breakup blog, have clothes that don't wrinkle or stain easily. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I had a steamer, but Phoenix broke it. So hopefully there's at least an iron somewhere in the house. I would imagine there is. Oh my gosh, me too, Annette. I hate feeling like a potato next to someone you're naturally relatable and that carries weight. Don't forget your worth, Jen. Thank you. I think it's just more I don't want to look odd. I just don't want to look odd. You know, freaking Angie. Like standing next to Angie and Hannah, I'm gonna look like a potato. So I mean, it is what it is. I can only be myself. They're not expecting me to be anybody else. They invited me because I'm me. They didn't invite me because I'm these other people. So it's just a matter of just being like, you know what? This is just the way that it is, and like embracing that confidence, you know? Yes, Lindsay says jeans, awesome printed tees with some awesome artwork phrases, blazer, chucks. That's good, right? That's what I'm bringing for casual. That's exactly what I'm bringing. Not chucks or a blazer though, because I don't have those. That's my kid. That's Phoenix. But t-shirts with awesome phrases have plenty of those. Comfortable pants have plenty of those. Jeans, plenty of those. Should I just tell you the list? Y'all are gonna find out tomorrow anyway. I should just tell you a list. You're going to find out tomorrow. I'm sure we're all going to be posting. I have to find it though. Let me find it. All right. Hold on. And they didn't say we shouldn't say who all's going. I just have to find it. There's just so many emails. It's hard to find because they've been communicating so much in such a wonderful way. All right. Let me see. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. It might take me a second. If I didn't think you guys were so curious about this, then I wouldn't take the time, but that's our room assignments. So it was before that one. That was April 18th. Let me see. So it was before that. Maybe this one? That's the itinerary. Okay. And then this one, maybe? No, that's not it. Sorry. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't find it. Maybe this is a sign that I shouldn't be telling you. But I know everybody else is going to say it. Maybe this is a sign. All right, I'm going to look in just a couple more. And if I don't find, oh, here it is. I found it. Let's say only a couple more, and it'll be a sign that I shouldn't tell you. All right, so here we go. I don't think Samantha March is coming. She's got some stuff going on. Her Instagram has all of the things. She's been asked, don't DM her. She's got a lot going on right now, but I don't think Samantha's going to be able to make it. Linda from Glitter Fallout, Makeup Molly, Angie Newquist, Hannah Louise Poston, Lauren May Beauty, Kelly Gooch, Khaki, Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun, Heather Austin, Amy Loves Makeup, Karen Harris, Tina from The Fancy Face, Kelsey Brianna J, Amanda Z, and Shelly Saves the Day. And I know one other person was added late because there was a dropout. There was somebody that wasn't able to come. So I know one person was added late and I don't have their name. So I don't think that's 20 people. They said it was 20 people. That's not 20 people. There must be other people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I guess that is 18, 19. I guess that is 20. So there you go. Very excited. It's going to be a really fun group. Very excited. So, all right. Yes, I love a lot of them too. And Michelle, I am so excited to meet these people. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? But there's definitely some people I'm thinking in my brain that I wish were on the list that aren't going to be there. I don't know why they're not there, but I wish that they were coming. So, but anyway, yeah, I am going to pop off here because it is 1 minute after. But yeah, but we're all going to be posting tomorrow. Oh man, Victoria, you're making me feel bad. Don't tell others' business. But we're all going and we're all going to be there. And we're all going to be taking pictures of each other. So it's like, I'm not really like, I don't know. Now I feel bad. Should I have not said anything? Now I feel bad. I'm feeling self-conscious. Probably should have listened to myself and not said anything. I don't know, but I'm excited. Oh no, you guys are telling me not to say anything. Now I feel bad. I hope people don't get upset, but like, we're all going to be there together. So, right? I don't know. I feel bad. I should go. Well, I'm like feeling guilty. No, I should go. But we're all going to be taking pictures of each other. There's going to be group pictures, everything. We're getting there tomorrow. So now I feel bad. All right. Okay. All right. It's not other people's business though, is it? Is it really? Okay. Sandra says I'm good. Lexi says I'm good. Because now I'm going to feel self-conscious like the whole rest of the night. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Everybody's telling me I'm okay. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. I got to go. Well, I'm just going to sit here and go, I feel bad for like the next 10 minutes. So I'm going to go. But thank you so, so much. As far as Sam's stuff, you can go over and check her Instagram. She has a post about it. So that's all I'm saying is that she has a post about it. So there you go. And don't DM her. That's it. All right, I'm leaving. Okay. All right, I'm leaving. Have a great week. No Friday video, no What's Been Makeup, but hopefully chat next week. And then it would be at 10 a.m. if we have it. It'll be at 10. So have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you this time next week. Mad love. Bye. Oh, I might post from there. If I post from there, I'll see you then. All right, bye.